Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez resuming the criminal docket for the 210th District Court for February 28, 2023. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. I'm going to go ahead and call them, calling cause numbers 2023-0D00008, 2021-0D02736, and 2023-0D00260. All cases styled the state of Texas versus Joe Abraham Watts. May I have announcements, please?
Liana Elizalde for the state. State is ready.
Ms. Alyssa on behalf of Mr. Watts, Your Honor, we're ready.
And for purposes of the record, Mr. Watts is also appearing remotely today. I have scheduled this for a review hearing in addition to the arraignment, I guess, on the new cases. Do we have our waivers in already?
They were submitted to the court. They should be there, Judge.
Okay. All right. Thank you for doing that, Ms. Solis. So I wanted to make sure in terms of the bond, I know Mr. Watts was in custody for quite a bit of time, and we were mostly dealing, I think, in terms of bonds on the probation cases. On this case, however, I understand that there is a different complainant in this case. And so I want to add a PR component or basically split. I just want to confirm with the clerk that on the 2023 cases, can you give me the bonds on those? Is that Ms. Welch or is it Ms. Nieto?
I believe it's Ms. Welch. Ms. Nieto is still in the courtroom, Judge.
Ms. Welch, can you give me the bond amounts? Oh, okay. She's having issues with her mic, so I'm going to just ask her to put it in the chat. Ms. Welch, if you can put it in the chat. In any event, if they're straight cash surety, okay. So the cause numbers are 2023 0D0 0008. And 2023 0D0 0260. In each of these cases, Ms. Solis, well, let me ask Ms. Elizalde, who are your complainants in these cases?
Your Honor, it's an ex-partner, I believe. And then the other is an officer or a detention officer, I'm sorry.
So in 0260,
they were in a dating relationship, Judge. But
what's the name?
Oh, I apologize. The name for that is Shalom, SHALOM, Briano. That's BRIANO.
Okay. So there will be an additional $1,000 PR component to the bonds on both cases that. Okay, so on 0008, the cash surety is $2,500. There will be a $1,000 PR component to have no contact with Shalom Briano. There's no, they're not living together or anything like that, Ms. Solis?
No, Your Honor, and just so you know, I had submitted a non-prosecution statement signed by her to the state. I know last time we spoke, I believe Ms. Elizalde was going to review it, but she did sign a non-prosecution statement.
Okay, so there will be a no contact order as part of the PR bond conditions. There will be a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. He is to use no illegal drug or alcohol, be subject to testing, and report once a month. I believe they have, I guess, kind of remote reporting. I'm good with that, Ms. Solis. He doesn't have to go in person, so it can be either by phone. I think they also utilize an app now. They're starting to do that. So if either of those is fine with the court. Any other conditions, Ms. Elizalde?
No, Judge. I believe
There's
you
no
touched on all of them.
There's no allegation of weapon use? No?
No,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, so those would be the conditions. What that means, Mr. Watts, your attorney will explain to you, is that there is a component where you have to check in with PR bond and then have those conditions. She'll explain those to you. Ms. Solis, I feel confident that if there are any issues or any concerns, that you'll bring it to the court's attention while the case is pending trial, okay?
Judge, I do apologize. Could you make it a part of the PR condition that he continues to work with the probation department and his conditions on probation?
Sure.
And he's already reported to his officer, Your Honor, just so you know, and I believe he even did a UA yesterday, so he's been compliant.
Okay, so it'll be his probation terms are part of the PR bond conditions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Solis. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Watts.